Hello, all my yarn lovers and fiber artists. What did I say? It's like a week of yarn sales, and we gotta talk about another yarn sale today. OMG, right? It is the big premiere week sale, so let's take a look at it really fast. The sale is on from November 5th, 2025, which is today when I'm recording this, and it's gonna go for 2 weeks through November 18th. 2025. So you're going to have 2 full weeks to shop for these yarns, okay? And by the way, I didn't even introduce myself yet. Hi, my name is May. I love yarn. I love to knit and crochet. Those are my hobbies. And I also happen to have been born visually impaired, legally blind, and completely colorblind. So I mostly knit and crochet by feel. And so we're going to look at this sale, and yes, I do use a screen reader. I got you on my one phone, got my earbud in so you don't hear that one, but you are going to hear it on my other phone so we can look at the sale that we're looking at. This is the premiere week sale right there. Okay, so let's just talk about some of these yarns that are on sale. The first one that I do want to talk about, and by the way, I do not have an affiliate link with Premiere, okay? And they don't sponsor these videos. They don't send me free yarn to make these videos. They're not responsible for the content of these videos. If I make a mistake, that's on me, okay? So double check the prices, right? In case I get a price wrong, you double check before you put stuff in your cart. And there are other people out there, though, who do have links, affiliate links, like Glenda over at Creative Grandma. She has an affiliate link. So the very first yarn that I want to talk about is the Puzle Shimmer, because it is so gorgeous. And it is an amazing price right now. Look at the size of this Puzle Shimmer. This is 46 yards. It is 98% acrylic, 2% metallicized polyester. So pretty. Number 5, chunky weight yarn. This is gonna go really fast. Okay, I'm holding up the color Jack's Shimmer. This color is possibly gonna sell out before you see this video. Now, the good thing about this sale being 2 weeks, right, is that it's possible they'll restock some of these colors before the 2 weeks are up. Okay, that's a possibility that they'll restock some colors. And it's also possible that they could add more yarns to the sale. I don't know if that's going to happen because I don't have any inside scoop over at Premiere at all. But you have to get a 3-pack of the Puzle Shimmer. But I think it's worth it. The 3-pack is $14. So that's under $5. I can't do the math on that right now. But that's about $460 something a skein. So that's a good deal. This is in the color Checkers. This is a beautiful red. Now the Checkers Shimmer is sold out right now. I do not know if that's going to get restocked or not. I don't know. That's a mystery to me. But it's a beautiful color. I think getting a 3-pack is just fine because this is a number 5 chunky, so it's going to be great for your blankets. It's going to be great for your cardies, your sweaters, your accessories, your scarves, your hats, all of that kind of stuff for the winter time. A little shimmer, nothing wrong with that. If you're colorblind like myself, the Checkers is in the color red. It's gorgeous reds. The Jack's Shimmer is like grays and white. It's a very pretty multicolored yarn. And then I thought that I pulled out the, here we go. Now this, if you're colorblind, this is super confusing. They call this maize, okay? Which to me, as somebody who's colorblind, I always think maize is yellow for corn. And for whatever reason, they call it's a green. And it's a nice green. It's a multicolor. It's possible it has a little bit of yellow maybe in it. I can't tell for sure. I did look with the Google. If you don't know that yet, I do use AI. I use Google Gemini to help me identify multicolored yarns. And it did say this had a little bit of yellow in it. I don't know how much yellow. I still can't decide if I can wear it because I can't wear a lot of yellows. But this is the size of your strands. This is a really nice yarn. I would say if you're going to crochet with it, I would probably use a 6 to 6.57 millimeter crochet hook on this, and the same thing for your knitting needles, probably your US 10, 10 and a half, 11, somewhere in there, your 6 to your 8 with your 6 to 8 millimeter with this. So maybe a 9, depending on what you're making and how much drape you want it to have, right? If you want a cardi or something with more structure versus something with, you know, that's a little more loose. You could possibly make some nice holiday baskets if you double stranded this and then went up to like a 8 or 9 millimeter, you know, crochet hook. You could probably make some pretty holiday baskets with it. So that's the color Maize. That is presently still in stock right now. Don't know if that's going to continue. This is, look at that. Look at this. Look at the Jack Shimmer. This is going to go fast. So if you guys want Puzzle Shimmer, I would say go check the sale and check often, right? Like check back during the 2 weeks because they might yet restock this. This is in the color Seashore, which is like blues and grays and beiges. And I'll be honest with you, I bought this to make myself a cardi, and then I like sent a picture to my mom, and she's like, "Oh no, that's like way too beige and way too like I'm half Chinese. Chinese people can't wear yellow. We look so pale in it, so awful." So I bought it to make myself a cardi. Obviously, it's not what I'm gonna do with it now, but nonetheless, here's a nice swatch all worked up, right? When I was working on it. So this is what it's going to look like. You kind of got these shifting colors. I'm still going to use this in a blanket. I think it's going to make a gorgeous, because it's such a pretty yarn with all the color shifting and the glitter and all of that. I don't even think you have to do a fancy stitch pattern with this if you don't want to, okay? You could do just even like I got here. I think these are either half double crochets, I believe, maybe. You could just do half double crochet, like a blanket, or, you know, or stockinette stitch and knit with it, scarves, accessories. So I don't think you have to do fancy. I mean, you could obviously, I think this could also make gorgeous cables, like knit cables. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. You could absolutely fancy it up with some cables too, but it's a nice thick yarn and it's a machine washable yarn. So the 3 packs of this right now, you get a pack of 3 for $14. So that's something like 42% off. That is a really, really good price on that, okay? So I think this is one of the best deals. The Maize is still in stock right now. The Riddle, there's not a lot of colors in stock, but check often, check back on that. Okay. The other yarns that I want, let's talk about the Stitch Please. The Stitch Please in the super wash chunky merino wool. I think these are donuts. They're about 106 or 9 yards or something like that. And they are like something like $4.19 for these donuts. So for a super wash wool, that's a really, really good price. Okay. So with this, I would probably, it's a chunky, here's the size of your strands. I would probably use a US 9, 10, 11 knitting needle on this. So your 5.5 to your 8 millimeter again. And probably the same thing with your crochet hook, right? Anywhere from your 6 milli to your 8 millimeter on this. It's a nice yarn. This is in the color wine. Now it's possible that this is a discontinued color, but they still have some nice colors in this, okay? Let's see what else I got for colors on this. They do have, this is what we're looking at here, the super wash chunky. So let's look at the colors, even though I don't think that this wine, yeah, Stitch Please super wash chunky. I don't think that this wine is in stock right now. Yeah, $4.19. So they've got over 20 colors in it, some nice holiday colors. They still have some other reds just because they don't have this particular color in stock. So I think this right now, if you're wanting to make a holiday sweater, like a nice warm winter sweater, this is definitely the time to get this yarn on sale, okay? So if you're like wanting to make a cardi for yourself, so it's regularly $6.99, on sale for $4.19. So this would be a great time to stock up because, you know, getting a sweater quantity of yarn can be kind of pricey, right? It can be expensive. And everything is expensive. And so for me, it's like, okay, the sales are the time to get your sweater quantities of your Stitch Please, your blanket quantities of the puzzle. Anti-pilling everyday bulky. I don't have any of that in the house to show you, but they do have these on sale. Okay, so let's look at this one. The anti-pilling, everyday bulky, select colors, bag of 3. So this is it's like a super bulky, really, and it is $6 for a bag of 3. Yeah, $6 for 3. So $2 for a skein. They only have about 4 colors of these in the bag of 3, but this is the steel gray. Now they call it a super bulky. I think it's on the thinner side of a super bulky. They call it bulky / super bulky. But it's about 87 yards in these skeins, so do keep that in mind, okay? But this is the size of your strands on that. It's kind of nice to have these anti-pilling. I'll be honest with you, I haven't worked with this yet, but you guys know I love, love, love my blue cardie, right, that I designed. It's over here somewhere, and I love it with the Valley Yarns Haydenville, but my big complaint about it is it's pilling, right? And so I'm reconsidering making it. Now, I probably will realistically probably make it in something like the Stitch Please or like a 100% wool, a bulky wool, and not acrylic again, because I think a wool cardie would be nice. But if you're looking for, if you can't afford wool or you're allergic to wool, then these anti-pilling acrylics I think are going to be really nice if you put the work into making a big cardie or a big blanket. This can be really nice. So $3 today through the 18th for a bag, or $6, excuse me. I'm sorry. 3 skeins for $6. So $2 a skein on that. So that is very, very nice today. That's a really good sale on that one. Let's see what else they got on sale here. Let's see. So yeah, so they've only got like 4 colors of that. So not a lot, but still a good price, right? These are some basics. Your gray, you could mix your gray up with another color, right? This solid gray, you could work it up by itself, but you could also, it's a good neutral to put with other Pixie Brights. I don't have any of that to show you. Chunky cotton. Let's look at the fruit sock right now. So this is a #1 fingering weight sock yarn. It's a striped one. So these are $2 right now. $2. And they're 93% acrylic and about 7% something called PVT. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what that is, okay? It's some kind of a nylon for stretch, kind of for elasticy. And this is nice again, what I've talked about. A lot of your sock yarns have wool in them. And I love wool socks, but people are allergic to wool. People can't afford wool, right? So $2 right now for these little skeins of the sock yarn. These are 200, I don't remember the exact yardage on these. 236, I believe. So this is in color, I want to say this is the watermelon because I worked with it this summer. No, wait, I worked with the strawberry. Okay, so we've got watermelon here, which is, I'm trying to remember what color it is because I'm colorblind and I'm looking at it and I can't remember. But it is red and white and green, okay? So red, white, and green, that's right. So this is watermelon, but you could also make a beautiful, and they call it for socks, right? They have a little sample on there of socks. You can knit socks, you can crochet socks. I'll be the first to tell you, I have yet to be successful crocheting socks. I'm just gonna tell you. But there's about maybe like 10, 12 colors of this. They do show you all the different colors. They've got the plum, they've got strawberry, they got watermelon. They show you the skein, and they show you what it looks like worked up. Okay, so you can see the order of the stripes and all of these. And then they also have free patterns. Yay for free patterns. And with all of their yarns, when you go to their website, you are going to find free patterns for all of their yarns. So if you can get ideas, what am I going to do with this striped yarn, right? So free patterns, always good. And then plus you can consult those patterns when you're purchasing, right? So you know, hey, I'm only going to need 2 skeins of this. I'm only going to need 6 skeins of this. So you don't have to like guess at what you need. So that's nice. They also do their yarns in 3-packs, which I think is kind of nice. Because now you guys know I love my 10-packs, right? To keep my yarn all clean. But hey, sometimes it's nice to just get a 3-pack. So this strawberry, oh no, see the watermelon is red, white, and green. And then I have it in strawberry. I keep thinking of that because that's the one I worked up quite a bit this summer. It's very, very similar. It's red and white and green. It also has some yellow as well in it, but also very, very pretty. And then I have the plum, which is stripes of purples and fuchsias and white. Look at how pretty that is. That's gorgeous. So, socks are good, but of course, you know, not everybody. Oh, first of all, okay, when I tried to work it up as socks, as I'm mostly blind, so these skeins do not start in the same place, okay? They're wherever they start. And so that's the one thing. If you're colorblind like myself or you're visually impaired, you may or may not be able to get a pair of matched socks. It's incredibly difficult for me to try to find, you know, the exact beginning point on each skein to get them to match. So that's why I did start this one. I worked it up and then I was like, I was really struggling. I struggled to do a short row heel. So I don't actually know if I'm going to make socks with these or not. I know I actually bought the purple to, I think, make like a shawl or something. Maybe like a crochet. It's hard to crochet with these fine yarns. I think with your knitting needle, you can probably get away with a 2, like a 2.75. This is the size of your strand. So I've certainly felt finer fingering weight yarn. So it's not super, super fine, but it's still fine. I think with your crochet hook, probably a E or a D, somewhere in there, like a 3 milli or 3.25 milli, something like that. So, but a granny stitch shawl would also be like, which is you work into the spaces mostly, you know, so you're not trying to find those teeny tiny little stitches. So I think that's what I was thinking about with the plum. So very, very nice with that. Love that. I mean, not lose. I don't want to get my watermelon and my strawberry confused. You guys, I have to keep those separate because I'm colorblind and they do look the same to me. So that is on sale. Look at those socks. So cute. So fun. So that's definitely $2 right now. That is such a good price on that. Just Yarn is on sale. I don't have any of those in the house to show ya. So I'm not gonna, I mean, I could show them to you on the website, right? But I don't have any samples to show you. So I just have a few more of, I don't have Karma in the house. Little bunny. Afternoon cotton. That is one that I have in the house. I ordered this. It's possible you haven't seen it yet. What did we do with the Knit Pick sale and the Barocco, the web sale, right? I showed you yarns that I have filmed the unboxings for, and they haven't made it yet onto the YouTube because they're uploaded. But every time I think I'm going to show you the unboxing, they put it on sale. And I want you to get the deals and the steals. So this is another bag of 3 for $6. So that's a really good price. We're talking again about $2 for a skein. This is a number 3 DK weight Egyptian cotton. This is a nice cotton, okay? And so they're about, I think they're 136 yards or something like that. I could be a little bit off, but $2 a skein. This is just white. This is what I bought. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the yarn unboxing for it or not. Honestly, can't remember. But there's about, I think about 25 colors, so definitely lots of options there for this. I think this could be really nice for garments and shawls, clothing, baby clothes, me clothes, like maybe like a like a shrug, like a lacy kind of a spring shrug with this, something lightweight. I think you could do lightweight tank tops and halter tops, kind of summer garments. I think you could use shawls with this, beautiful. Also, I think like your doilies, right? This is an Egyptian cotton, so I tend to think of it for garments, but I certainly think it's a mercerized cotton, so I certainly think you could also use it for your doilies, your decor, your placemats, any of that kind of stuff we've talked about in my Start Something Saturday video where I talk about decor. Right, for your Christmas, you could do like your pineapple doilies with this beautiful, beautiful stuff. So $2 right now for this. That's a good price. $2 a skein for afternoon cotton. That is beautiful. Love that. Love that. I think I'm just going to talk with you about maybe 3 more yarns that I have in the house, and then you go explore the sale. So the cotton gold. Now, I know I just got this. You have not seen the unboxing for this yet. I did film the unboxing for this just the other day. Has not aired yet. So remember what I said about the Barocco, right? And the other yarn? Ooh and ah, when you see it, when you see the unboxing, pretend like it's your first time to see it. Be surprised. Be excited like you didn't peek at your gifts and ooh and ah. This is the cotton gold. It is a #1. This is very, very fine. Look at how, I'd almost call this like lace weight. Okay, this is very fine thread. It is cotton, and it's sequins, and it's glitter. It is like bling, bling, bling. Okay, this is such a good deal. It is 5 of these little donuts for $6 right now. Like, what in the world? So pretty. I think it's probably pretty affordable because a lot of people are kind of intimidated by it because it's so fine. I don't know if I would work with it alone. Maybe knitting, I might make something with it alone, like a really light, like with a larger needle. I mean, you could work it up on a 0 or 1, like your 2 milli, but you could probably work it up like on a 3 milli, a 3.25, right? Your 4, your 5s even, and make like a pretty scarf or something. I don't know. But I think more important, it's a carry along yarn, right? It's one of those that you put it in with another yarn. So I've got it in the white and I've got it in the purple. So you could add this and double strand with like a wool and acrylic wool blend, something like that, like a sweater. Like if you wanted to make yourself a nice holiday sweater and then add this and double strand it, like you could totally bling it up, make something for Christmas, something special for date night. New Year's Eve's coming up, right? Holidays coming up. You could just add this for trim. You could add it as a carry along with some reds or some whites. Or you could just add it onto some trim, to some Christmas ornaments. Christmas is right around the corner. So for those who celebrate, we love to make crochet Christmas ornaments. And we could absolutely add this with our little stars and snowflakes and stuff like that. Sorry, whew, I'm kind of getting out of breath, y'all. But you could carry this along, or you could just do trim on the edges with this. So this is the white. This is the purple, because you know I love purple, and I could trim up any of my stuff with purple, or I could just add it as a carry along. So very, very nice. You're going to see that coming up. Then, of course, we have to talk about the dottie, y'all. This is such a good deal. This is 50% off right now. What in the world? 50% off. So these are really, really big skeins. These are 656 yards. 656 yards per skein, okay? 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry, #3. Look at the size. And these are, you get these in the bag deal right now. Okay, this is a bag deal yarn. But you get 3 skeins for $12. Yeah, so $4 a skein right now for 600, and this is super, super soft, you guys. This is super, super soft. This is next to your skin. I bought this for some baby projects, and I'll be honest with you, I've talked about it before. I never really made myself acrylic garments. I mostly make myself wool acrylic blends, cotton acrylic blends. I never before made myself a garment out of 100% cotton or 100% acrylic until I felt this yarn. And I bought it. I like baby sweaters because it's easy. It's easy care, machine washable, right? Baby blankets, baby sweaters, baby cardies. And then I was like so into how soft this was that you guys saw it on the channel. I ended up designing this tank top. This is the dottie tank top that I did. I designed this thing in 6 days. We started with the ribbing on it. You can see the whole thing on a Finish It Friday. I tell you how I did it. Start at the bottom with your crochet ribbing, and then after I went around my waist, just moved up, did some little crochet mesh, and then some knit stockinette on the top on the bust to keep it nice and solid. Now this is in the color Creekside, which if you're colorblind like myself, is a background of white. And then it has these little dot patterns on it. They got little swatches on it so you can see it. And so the Creekside is, I think we're actually looking at the Strawberry Fields. The skein I'm holding up to you is Strawberry Fields, but the Creekside is white, and then the dots are brown, tan, blue, and gray. Very, very nice. They are horizontal if you're visually impaired like myself. The dots go in patterns in horizontal stripes across the fabric. Okay, so I did design that tank top myself. You can see it on the Finish It Friday. But something that I love is that Premier gives you these adorable free patterns. This pattern is the V-neck baby cardi that I did in the Creekside. Free pattern on the Premier website. You can also see this on a Finish Your Friday. So, so cute. V-neck. This is a very, very well written pattern. It was very easy for me to follow, and it comes in like 10 sizes. So if you have a family of like 3 kids, you can make them all matching cardis for Christmas, and all the sizes. It goes from like 3 months to like 10 years old. Okay, so I might make more of these cardis because they're just so cute and they're so fun. Easy to make, in my opinion. Pretty basic. And the other pattern that's also free is this knit baby ruffle dress. You can also see this on our Finish It Friday. Look at how cute this is. The strawberry fields. You got your greens and your yellows. This is so pretty. This is a free pattern. Look at the ruffles on this. This has got the ruffles on each sleeve. You got the ruffles on the bottom. This is a really pretty simple pattern. It's basic. It's cast on, knit in pearl. You have to know how to knit flat and then knit in the round. You have to know how to do your increases right. Your knit through the front and the back, and then you're going to trim it up with a little bit of garter stitch on the bottom. So this is so pretty. This comes in a lot of sizes as well. I can't remember if it comes in quite as many sizes or not on this one, but that is so cute. Okay, let's look at that. Let's get out of this and find the that's the cotton gold bag of 5. $6. That's what we talked about. That I don't have any Bloom Chunky. I don't have any of that. That's the Puzzle Shimmer we talked about. Dottie. Yeah, Dottie. Bag of 3 for $12 right now. So we'll look and see what colors they have. Besides, they have about 2008-03 Strawberry Fields bag, 2008-04 Buttercup bag, 2008-11 Creekside bag, 2008-12 Crick. So they have about 5 colors here right now. So it's a little bit sparse on the colors, but I think it's a very, very colorful yarn. It's very pretty in my opinion. I like it. I was pleasantly surprised by this yarn. And so then if you scroll past all the details, right, the DK weight, machine wash, and you go down to the bottom on here, they show you patterns on here of what to do with it. I lost the pattern link, but I lost the pattern link, y'all. Not surprised. Is anybody surprised that I lost the link to the patterns on this one? Can't find them right now, but they are there. I think that they're still there. I don't know why they would have taken them down, honestly. So I'm pretty sure those patterns are still there. I just can't find them right now, and I don't want to write a review. OTEX certified. Expanded. Create fun and colorful project. Craft comfortably. Well, I can't find the pattern link right now, but they did have these free patterns. I don't think that they would have gotten rid of them. I can't imagine why they would, because they're so cute. They're so well written. I don't want to waste your time looking for them, right? But definitely look up this one. I would say get this yarn. It's a good deal in my opinion. Right now, I think blankets. I think it's such a busy yarn visually that I struggle. I do want to make a baby blanket with it still, but I'm kind of struggling to find just the right pattern to work it up in, right? Because it is so busy visually. I didn't want to do like a more complex pattern, like a lace pattern with it or something, because it's just busy by itself. So I'm still looking for just the right, pattern to make a blanket out of that with. But I do like it a lot. So it's very soft. It's very squishy. Okay, it's very squishy. So, okay, we're going to talk about just one more yarn that I have, the anti-pilling DK colors. Look at this. This is a 100% acrylic anti-pilling DK. 300 and I think 83 yards. These are like these kind of like these gradient cakes. So this is really nice. I think they have about 15 colors of that. I have it in the color, you know, ranunculus, which is like purples, of course, right? Of course I got the purples. So I really like this yarn. I haven't worked it up yet, but it's soft. I'm pleasantly surprised by how soft the Premier acrylics are, okay? Because I have felt, you know, some pretty scratchy acrylic yarn that I don't want to make blankets with. I don't want to make garments with. I'm like, I wouldn't want that on my skin. But their acrylics like this Dottie and like this DK colors, they're soft enough. They're scarfable yarns, okay? And this is like just these color blocks. You could just make a scarf that is super basic. I showed you my Brava stripe scarf, right? With this, you could do the same thing. You wouldn't even have to do fancy stitches. If you're new to knitting or crochet, you could just double crochet this up in like a scarf and not do anything else and still have a gorgeous, gorgeous scarf with this. So, I forgot the price on that. Let me get you the price on that one. $12 for a bag of 3, so $4 again for 383 yards. So this is the size of your strands with a DK weight. I would say probably your US 5, 6, 7 knitting needle and crochet hook, probably your G hook, G to H, depending on how much drape you want with it, right? So your 4 to 5, maybe a 5.5 milli on this, but you know, 5. I think you could make beautiful, beautiful blankets with this. So I think that is all the yarns that I have in the house. They have some of their other worsted, some of their other anti-pilling on sale. They've got some of their other beautiful yarns on sale. So you have 2 full weeks to shop this sale. So I think that's all I'm going to show you today. But definitely have fun with the sale, right? Premier Yarns, have fun with the sale. Say hello in the comment section. Let me know what, oh, look at this little cute little baby beanie that I crocheted up with the Dottie. Look at that. Look at that. So say hello in the comment section. Let me know if you shopped the sale. Let me know what yarns you bought. You can come back after the sale. Let me know what you bought. Let me know if you own any of these yarns and you've got finished objects with them laying around. Let me know what you're doing with them. With this sock yarn, let me know if you're making socks with it, or if you're making shawls, or if you're just making scarves. Like, I could honestly just make a scarf. I think this is so pretty, so colorful. I think we could just stripe it up in a scarf and not do anything fancy with it, right? So lots and lots of potential with that. And I would say check back on the shimmer because it's possible. No promises. I have no inside scoop at all. But it's certainly possible that they'll restock some of these colors before the 2 weeks are up. I do not know. So anyways, my friends, well, thank you so much for listening, okay? And until next time, happy stitching. Bye-bye for now. I gotta stop talking because I'm kind of out of breath.